The owners' meeting right around the corner. And I imagine taking center stage will be the state of Dan Snyder's Washington Commanders office. What do you have for me on that front to front load everybody on that conversation? I have so many Washington Commanders fans come up to me, whether I'm out and about or at the combine. Tell me, please, is he selling the team? Like, every single fan wants to know that. What can you tell me on that front?
What I tripped over last week that was news to me, and I did the research to make sure it wasn't already out there and I'd missed it. The idea that Dan and Tanya Snyder cleared everything they have out of the Commanders facility in December, late December, gone. That had never been reported. To me, that is the most tangible piece of evidence that they are done with it. It's one thing to have an office and not show up. It's another thing to take all your stuff, pack up and leave. He's living in London now, so he's checked out. And I'm told within the building, we wrote this last week, within the building, the word that's being passed around is that a sale is imminent. And it will not surprise me if we ultimately learn that they lined everything up quietly behind the scenes, get through this week, get to Arizona, get the buyer approved. Everybody's operating under an NDA that they're all respecting, and then maybe there's a chance next week we find out. In one fell swoop, Snyder's out and insert name of new owner is in. That would be euphoria for Commanders fans. It's exactly what the NFL needs to restore to credibility one of its flagship franchises, used to be flagship franchises, and I'm still not ready to rule out that's going to happen because I think it just makes too much sense for the league to try to set it all up and get it done and get all the signatures and finalize it, because I think the last thing they need is for a preliminary announcement to be made that somebody's buying the team, and then you have 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks where Dan Snyder can, do something to undermine that, because there's still that lingering sense he's not going to go through with it. I'd want to get everything done, everything buttoned up, and then you say to the world, Snyder's out, new buyer's in. Or
wouldn't it be great if the new buyer shows up at the owners' meeting next week, pronounces the commissioner's name properly, and then holds up a new offer sheet for Lamar Jackson? Wouldn't that be amazing? I mean, would that break the internet? What do you think, Mike?
Well, that really would, and I thought that maybe Snyder would try to do it, but when the report came out this week from Ben Standig of The Athletic that the contract signed last week by the Commanders delay the signing bonuses until May.
Yeah.
I think the ship had sailed. It was too late to make a run at Lamar. But yes, that would be a great. Although you don't need to go. You could tell the Commanders fans that the start. And I don't want to insult some backup quarterback out there. So you could say Bobby Boucher is going to be the starting quarterback of the Washington Commanders, and they'll still be euphoric. You don't need to go after Lamar Jackson. You can do that next year. This year is all afterglow of Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.